This just changed the makeup game for me. Hey guys, what's up? It's Brie. Today I'm doing another weird foundation hack kind of video. I don't know what's up with me doing these kinds of videos. I like to apply my foundation with nipple covers, dish sponges, I don't know. I just like to try new things, okay? Don't judge. But in today's crazy video, we're gonna try to apply our foundation with some Play-Doh and a balloon. Before you go and comment, what is this girl on? Like, why does she keep making these videos? Hold on. Let me explain. So, you know, I was just casually scrolling through the gram and I came across this beauty video on this girl. Her name is Young Couture. I will leave her information down below. This is where I got the idea from. Basically, her thing said it's a DIY Play-Doh / balloon hack. Honestly, this blends foundation out better than the silicone beauty blender, but only foundation, everything else was a struggle. So I'm just gonna try the foundation because she said everything else was a struggle, so why would I try to do that if she already said it was gonna be a struggle with concealer, powder, all that stuff. So we're just gonna do foundation today. I always love trying new things with my makeup, and honestly, I still use my nipple cover to apply my foundation sometimes. So like, I actually use these, so if this works out good, honestly, I might be applying my foundation with balloons from now on. Like, who knows? Maybe. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, I will leave all the videos that I have applying foundations with different objects at the end of this video, so make sure you check it out and make sure you subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously, to give this a fair review, I'm going to take my primer. This is a Tarte Poreless Face Primer. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I lied. This is the Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. And yeah, primer. Use any primer you want. So while the primer is setting into my skin, I'm going to take my two little ingredients here. In the post, she did say you don't need the Play-Doh. You could just use a balloon, but I feel like that's going to be like too big to like just like bounce on my face. So I want a little more structure to my balloon. So I'm going to use the Play-Doh because why not? It's more fun. So you're just going to roll your Play-Doh into a ball. And so I'm opening the balloon like this. Now I'm just gonna tie it. So we got our little DIY beauty blender and our foundation, and we're just gonna go to town. I'm gonna start with one side of my face first. All right, now we're just gonna go in. All right, I might have put a little bit too much foundation. Like a zombie right now because I just put foundation over my lips, but so far so good. At first I think I applied way too much, but now that I'm blending it all out, it looks actually really good. I'm like kind of shook about it. Now that I have no leftover foundation to blend into my forehead, I think I'm gonna take a little dot, like really tiny, like really tiny. Now I'm gonna put this on my forehead. Wow, guys. So I did the foundation. Let me finish my face and I'll get back to you on my final thoughts on what I think about this. Alright, so I finished my makeup and now I want to give you my final thoughts. Alright, so for the cons, it was a little hard to get the Play-Doh actually in here. Again, you don't need to put the Play-Doh in here, but I found it easier because this kind of goes with a pro. In my demo, you could see that I was like shaping it like this and holding it and then just putting it under my eye, because if you had a big blown up balloon, you wouldn't be able to get those little tiny crevices, so I really liked having the Play-Doh in there. I'm trying to think of another con. It's not really a con, but just be careful of how much foundation you put on. You guys saw me in the beginning, I was like, whoa, I put way too much product on here, because it's not like a beauty blender where it soaks up all your foundation and stuff when you're like pouncing it on your face. This, you're just sliding all over your face. So this actually uses a lot less makeup, and I think that's great. I actually recommend putting the foundation on this. That way you can control how much product you're getting on, you know how much you need, because when you put, I honestly didn't even put that much, but since it wasn't a beauty blender, it wasn't soaking up the product. But once I blended it out, it looked good. So yeah, I'm trying to think of any other cons. Like, you're in a rush, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but if you have your time, if you're sitting down, you're getting ready, you got like an hour to do your makeup, I definitely recommend this. So for the pros, I kind of already talked about this. What I loved that putting the Play-Doh in here was that I could shape it to any like shape I wanted. You can make a little tiny pointy part, get right under your eyes. You can get in your nose, crevices. Oh wait, that word sounds so gross, crevices. Yeah, these just can fit, you can mold it to fit in any like nook and cranny on your face. Another pro about this is that it's really easy to hold since it has the Play-Doh in it, so you don't lose your grip and you literally can like death grip it and it won't like break, it won't rip. You know, sometimes when you have a beauty blender and your nail rips it and then you have like a tear in your beauty blender, that has happened to every single one of my beauty blenders. So the fact that this, you could squeeze it to death and it won't break is great. And if it does break, you just put another balloon on it, which is awesome. I am always down for a full coverage look because sometimes I do get pimples, like we're all human, we get pimples, or I'm just not having a great skin day or something like that. So when I want full coverage, it's great to know that this will be there for me because this absolutely 100% full coverage. I think this is better than a brush because it doesn't leave streak marks and this just glides over your face, and it didn't take that long at all. But yeah, if you like a full coverage look, you will definitely enjoy this. Oh, another pro is that it's super cheap. I got the Play-Doh and the balloons from the Dollar Tree, so I spent $2 and the balloons came with, how many balloons? This thing came with 14 balloons. I saw another package that was like 50 balloons, so you're golden. You will never run out of these. I'm pretty sure it's easy to wash. I'm sure all you have to do is put this under the sink and it'll wash right off. So I'm gonna rate this 1 out of 10 and my rating is I'm gonna rate this at 9.5. The only reason this isn't getting a 10 was just because it was a little tricky to get the Play-Doh in there. I am not kidding when I say when I'm going for a full coverage look, I will be using this right here. Like, I am shook. Compare this to a beauty blender that's $20. Which one are you gonna choose now? Especially because this gives you a nice full coverage look. I'm so excited about this and I have 13 more, so I'm not gonna run out for a long time. This just changed the makeup game for me. So yeah, I love how it didn't leave my makeup streaky. It was nice and full coverage. This thing, great. Please try this. Like, if I could recommend anything to you, it would be to try this. $2, so easy to use. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.